Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. Poonakalu loading or not? What do you tell? We can only tell when Waltair Veerayya, Megastar Chiranjeevi Garu's movie will release on the occasion of Sankranti on 13th Jan 2023. Fingers crossed for this movie because Chiranjeevi Garu after many years is in his vintage form, total full to form. We knew those who know Chiranjeevi Garu, as I know right from my childhood. I've been watching his movies and have been a very big fan of Chiranjeevi Garu's acting, dancing, everything. Whatever he displays on the screen is just graceful. So I know him as an all-rounder, and all those who know Chiranjeevi Garu will know him as an all-rounder. And whenever he gave a performance as an all-rounder, not sticking to a particular format and totally giving that mass masala commercial entertainment movies, the movies were blockbusters. So that was the era, the 90s, 80s, 90s and early 2000s also. So that was a different era totally. Now people want something different, something totally different. Even I, as Chiranjeevi Garu's fan, after watching Waltair Veerayya's trailer, so somewhere in my mind I thought, so probably just like today's generation, so following these big stars, dil mange more to dil mange kuch aur. So we have come to that particular era. We want something else from Chiranjeevi Garu. There is no doubt that Chiranjeevi Garu is looking stunning. He has been given a young avatar. He is looking in his vintage form, all-round performance. You see, the movie is looking fresh from Chiranjeevi Garu's perspective. But I doubt whether the story has been stuck in the 90s only. Do we have some elements in the movie or some components which are not shown in the trailer? If that is so, it will be the big saving grace for the movie. Something maybe in a screenplay, in the storytelling, some surprise elements coming in, and a different kind of storytelling being plugged into Waltair Veerayya, which surprises us. That wow factor, that X factor, if it is there, then Waltair Veerayya will be a blast for Sankranti. Though it has competition from so many movies, this movie, because it has the biggest name of not only the Telugu film industry but also in the Indian film industry, Chiranjeevi Garu, who has been so much respected for as an actor and whatever he has done on the screen and contributed to the Indian cinema till date. Coming to the trailer, for me the trailer looked decent enough. So with all elements of a typical Chiranjeevi Garu's entertainer, you can see him in action avatar. He is very humorous. He has comedy episodes, plenty of comedy episodes, punch dialogues and one-liners which are very typical for Chiranjeevi. Only he can tell with such grace, and also quoted with a comic and sarcasm, and when he gives punch dialogues against the villains, so that will be having a different quoting. So dialogue delivery will be another key component of masala entertainers of Chiranjeevi Garu's movies. As I said, he is in action, he is humor. These two shades have been shown in the trailer. So probably I feel the first half of the movie will be a Chiranjeevi Garu as a simplest and as a simple human being, living a very simple life. Probably he is connected to the sea because we are shown with that particular ship and the anchor and the sea. They play probably a big role. So he has a community of people. So he has his own life. One particular dialogue gives us a clue that I did not come into your story, you people came into my story. So there are a bunch of villains who come into his life. There is an episode which is also shown, a tragic episode which comes in the middle of the trailer. So probably the story revolves around him, how this common man or a simple man became Waltair Veerayya. So we also can hear that he is a monster. Right at the beginning we can get the introduction of Chiranjeevi Garu, that he is a monster, he is a criminal, he is a drug lord. We don't know whether the voiceover is speaking about this person. Speaking about this person only, Waltair Veerayya only, I feel, because he's introduced as a monster. So his one eye is shown in the trailer. So that is his the most wanted international criminal and the smuggler. So giving you a touch and aura of Pushpa again. So here the seabed, as I said, and the ship plays a main role. Probably in the second half there will be, we will have an interval block, so where I'm guessing too much, so maybe I'm wrong. So wherein there will be a twist and a tail, and the second half will be all about Chiranjeevi Garu versus the villains. So he's in action, he's in humor. So probably the first half of the movie carries entire humor sense. There is a Malaysia episode with Shruti, Haasan, that is also wonderful and funny enough. We can see that funny avatar. People wanted to see that. I too wanted to see that comic sense. Where was Chiranjeevi Garu's comics, typical comic sense, where he expresses without even see he rules, he dominates the script, and the inner Chiranjeevi Garu comes, that 90s Chiranjeevi Garu comes and gives that comedy performance. I was waiting for that. That I could see here. So I could see the grace and touch of the yesteryear's movies of the 90s and 80s. So that is, I remembered Ghrana Mogudu. So then, which movie was that? Mutamestri. So the glimpses of all those movies have been told here. There is a criminal angle given to here. There is a hero versus villain conflict. He is dancing around Shruti, Haasan. The chemistry looks good, though there is an age difference. We will not speak about that. See Chiranjeevi Garu dancing in the dancing mood. He looks like an Nataraja. So perfect dancer is Chiranjeevi Garu. There was a time when people used to go to Chiranjeevi Garu's movies for the fun, the humor component, and the action sequences, and mainly the dance of Chiranjeevi Garu. So even today, that grace. So he's a choreographer's dancer. See him dancing. So the hero-villain conflict is there. There is drama. There should be a family drama. So there is a turning point in the movie. So where Waltair Veerayya becomes Waltair Veerayya. So is he really a criminal, international criminal? Why he is made so? And wait. For the last 1 minute of the trailer, so we get Mass Maharaja's entry. So that was really interesting for me. Having our Mass Maharaja Raviteja in the movie, and that particular conflict between those two characters, commissioner versus a gangster, and that particular recreation of Gharana Mogudu scene by Raviteja. So asking Chiranjeevi to give a left deviation of his face, and that particular small conversation at the end. So that was simply superb. Production designs simply looks superb, fabulous. So everything. So the songs, the dances, the music by DSP, direction by Bobby Kohli. It all looks good. Components are there. So, but I still feel, is the story stuck in 1990s, or does this particular movie has something new to offer other than recreating vintage Chiranjeevi Garu? After seeing the previous movies did not run. So maybe Acharya, so or Godfather. So probably Bobby Kohli realized that we need to present Chiranjeevi not in single avatar but all avatars. So we can see different avatars in Waltair Veerayya. So it has all commercial components to become a mega hit for Megastar, and there is also Mass Maharaja. That particular chemistry will be simply superb. Fan service, undoubtedly there is fan service. People will come to the theatres. There will be crowding at the theatres. Chiranjeevi Garu's fans will make a feast of Sankranti by watching Waltair Veerayya. So, but if the movie has that X factor, which comes as a surprise, the screenplay, the story is really good and something new and fresh and engaging. Probably the commercial and entertainment components are there, no doubt about that. I'm speaking about that X factor if it is there. So more than Chiranjeevi Garu's fans, the additional crowd will be pulled into the theatres, and definitely Waltair Veerayya will become a blockbuster. And as a fan of Chiranjeevi Garu, I sincerely, out of heart, out of soul, I wish that this movie becomes a big blockbuster for Chiranjeevi Garu, for Telugu film industry, for Indian film industry. It will be a good news, like old icons, that ageless and graceful actors like Chiranjeevi Garu giving blockbusters even at this particular age. Having said that, a small request for Chiranjeevi Garu, a dil mange kuch aur sir. For the powerful trailer of Waltair Veerayya, I'll go with a 7 out of 10, decent 7 out of 10. For Chiranjeevi Garu, it is definitely 10 out of 10. And for Raviteja, definitely 10 out of 10. And the chemistry between Chiranjeevi and Raviteja, which I'll be keenly waiting to watch, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.